We were a coming force, and I wasn't at all surprised when we beat them.
It's now 21 years since we last won a trophy, ironically against United.
Everton and Manchester United meet again at Wembley this weekend. But after a season of inconsistency, can the Toffees finish their season on a high?
It's obviously been mixed. It's not quite what we anticipated. There have been great highs and great performances. There's been performances that must make the manager Roberto scratch his head at times. We've been outstanding away from home. We've been at best indifferent at home. So it's been a mixed season, except in the cups, of course, and here we are at a second semi-final.
I think most match-going Evertonians certainly will say that the club is underachieving. You know, if you look at the talent that's certainly within the first team, and if you look at how that talent has performed this year as against, to some extent last year and certainly the year before that, you know, there has been underachievement.
Roberto Martinez was a winner in 2013 with Wigan, but coping with the expectation at Everton has appeared a burden.
There's increased pressure on all managers. Let's get it straight. You know, it's a results-driven industry that we're in, and you would never know to look at Roberto. I've never seen anybody remain so positive and carry pressure as well as Roberto does, and I mean that. He's very confident, very positive, and yes, there is pressure. There's no doubt about it.
There is the argument that Martinez is a cup manager rather than a Premier League manager. He performed miracles to get Wigan to the cup final and win, and you know, maybe it's not a miracle if he does the same with Everton, but yeah, possibly.
The manager and his coaching staff can be responsible for what happens 5 days a week, but when they step over the line, it's very much your life in their hands.
Manchester United, and in particular their manager Louis van Gaal, have also come under intense scrutiny this season.
Manchester United are probably, like Everton, a team in transition. But since Sir Alex Ferguson has left, there's not been the stability, there's not been the direction, the leadership, either from the club or obviously from the football management side neither. So this game is probably as important for Manchester United as it is for Everton, at least in terms of the fans, because it represents our only chance for both teams. Our only chance of success.
Defensively, they're very tight. We generally haven't struggled for goals. Analyse that and come up with what you want. You honestly can't tell. I know that we won't go into it with an inferiority complex. You know, I know the players feel that they can beat United. I think it's very easy to motivate a side and say, listen, you know, nobody fancies to do this, but on we go.
Everton's record against United at Wembley is good. They won their last semi-final meeting, and that final in '95.
I can't believe it's 21 years. I really can't. I don't know, the people, the romantics on Merseyside are telling me that we're going to play Watford in the final, and that will coincide with Howard Kendall's first trophy as a manager on just about Howard's birthday. Now that's the beautiful side of it.
The loss of Howard to Everton Football Club can't be overstated. Part of the Holy Trinity, the famous Everton midfield. And of course it was Howard that brought us back to some success in the 1980s, and he lived and breathed Everton. And you know, on Saturday we know that he will be looking down on Wembley, and you know, if that helps the team, then that'll be great.
I'm always optimistic. There's only one fella in the club more optimistic than me, and thank God it's the manager.